I'm Tyler Filbert from Party of Three Productions. Today we're going to be discussing how you can be successful with Facebook ads when you have a very low budget. Now, when we're talking about a low budget, I'm often asked this question: how much do I need in order to actually run Facebook ads? Now, as you can see here on the page, we actually have a daily budget of $1, which is $7 a week. Now, are you going to get much success with this? Probably not. It really depends on what you're doing, what your goal is. If it's just to get traffic, if you get 10 cents per click, which is not unheard of, then that's 10 additional people. Now, will 10 people viewing your site be that much more helpful for your business? Probably not. So, what are some ways you can get that lower? Well, first off, I recommend typically a budget of no less than $5 a day. That's really the minimum I think that you should try for. Even with the 10 cents per landing page view or per click that we were talking about earlier, you get about 50 people on your page a day, which is still not that much. Or you could get about 3 people signing up for an email on your email list if you're getting about $1.50 per email subscriber. So again, not going to move the needle much, but it could move it a little bit, and then eventually you could grow how much you put on. So by continuously putting a little bit in, you're going to continuously get a little bit out, and then that will just snowball until you have something that's really successful. But we want to talk about how to get those numbers down. So 10 cents per click or $1.50 per conversion, those are pretty good amounts that a lot of people shoot for. They try to get that much. So what are some ways that you can get that a little bit lower? So we're going to talk about the 3 most important things. So number 1 is your copy. Now, it's true. That's not the first thing people are going to look at. They're not going to look at your copy first. They're going to see your headline and the picture, which we're going to talk about in a second. But the copy, to me, is the most important thing. Once you catch someone's attention, that's the first step, but you have to keep their attention. And the copy, what you write in that box in the Facebook ad, is more significant than the picture that grabs them, because they have to continue to read. So I recommend telling a story, being entertaining, being funny, being yourself, but bring something to it that draws people to the final conclusion of whatever it is you want to do. Now, should you have a lot of copy or a little bit? That depends. And I would try both. I've had ads where I literally had one sentence and it worked amazingly. I've had ads where I've had one sentence and got no clicks. I've had ads where it felt like I was writing a book and there was just no single traction on it. But I've also had some that were that long and they worked really well. So it depends on your audience. Try both. What I would recommend on that, try to write a long story that leads them to the final destination, the final call to action that you want them to take. Now, when that happens, you've got that long one in place. Now create an even shorter one and try both and see which one does better. Or they might do the same. You could just use whichever one you prefer. That doesn't usually happen. Usually it's one or the other. Now, the second thing is your headline or your picture, your creative, whatever grabs their attention. Now, the first thing people typically see is that picture or video. Now, you could have a video with you talking. I've seen some videos where people like literally start waving their hands trying to get people's attention, and that's fun. But you want to do something that gets their attention immediately. If you have a video, I do recommend having subtitles specifically for Facebook ads, because most people are scrolling and they've got the volume off. They're only going to see your video if you have subtitles on. So make sure you have that. And shorter videos do a lot better. Now, pictures, specifically for businesses, think like restaurants or even like personal trainers or jewelry stores or really any business that has customers coming in. A lot of times those businesses, they want to take pictures of their food, the jewelry, a weight bench, whatever the case may be. But actually pictures of people do a lot better than that. So if you have a pizza restaurant and you take a picture of a pizza, looks delicious, I'm going to be pretty hungry. But if you have a picture of a group of friends eating that pizza, that actually will do even better typically than just a picture of the food. So keep that in mind when you're choosing that picture that you want to use or that video you want to use for the ad. Now, once you have both of those things in place, you want to make sure that you continue to improve your audience. So if you have literally no audience right now and you're creating a targeted audience, then that's great. That's what you need to do to get started. But you want to make sure you have that Facebook pixel installed and wherever you're sending them right away. Because as soon as you can, you should create a lookalike audience. And if you don't have the Facebook pixel installed, you can't create a lookalike audience. You can't retarget to those people that don't buy or don't come into your store. So you want to make sure you get that Facebook pixel installed immediately. And the more customers you get, the more data that Facebook gets, and then the better their algorithm is able to improve the audience that they give you for a lookalike audience, making it even better. And when it's better, the price goes down. So those costs that were 10 cents per click become 2 cents per click. So eventually you get there, but you do have to put that work in, and that's exactly how you do it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm easy to find. You can email me at tjphilbrook@partyof3productions.com, or you can go to partyof3productions.com and fill out the contact form. Thank you so much.